Agnes B. and one student of Colegio de Santa Lourdes Oblated Foundation Incorporated, and I am here to discuss to you about the protozoa. So protozoa is under the kingdom of protists together with algae. So it is a eukaryotic organism together with algae again. So protozoa is a single cell or unicellular eukaryotic cell. So it comes from different sizes and shapes. So commonly shows characteristics usually associated with animals, most notably the mobility and heterotrophy. So mobility is the ability to move freely. So another is that most protozoan are too small to be seen with the naked eye. So it is about 0.01 to 0.05 millimeter. So the study of protozoa is called protozoology, and the person who studies protozoa are called protozoologists. So protozoa are free living organisms which can be found in soil and water. So they are called ubiquitous. So protozoa are more animal-like than plant-like because they contain organelles similar to the eukaryotic cell of animals. So it has cell membrane, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondrial Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, centrioles, and food vacuoles. Also, protozoa reproduce through multiple asexually and multiply asexually, binary fission, and multiple fission. So when we say binary fission, a parent cell is being divided into two daughter cell. So two daughter cell or two haploid cells. So other is the multiple fission, which is if binary fission is divided into only two daughter cells, multiple fission is divided into many daughter cells. So some protozoa ingests whole algae, yeasts, bacteria, and smaller protozoan as their source of nutrients. So others live in dead and decaying organic matter. So protozoa do not have cell wall. Some protozoans do not have cell wall. So flagellates, ciliates, flagellates and ciliates possesses pellicle. So I will discuss later about the flagellates and ciliates. So pellicle is is similar to the function of the cell wall in the animal cell. It is for the protection. So another is flagellates and ciliates ingest food through a primitive mouth or opening called cytostome. So the flagellates and ciliates ingest their food through the cytostome. So life cycle of protozoa comes in two stages. The first is the trophozoites stage and the second is the cyst stage. So some protozoa are parasitic. So some are parasitic and some are with types of mutualistic symbiotic relationship. So when we say parasitic means causing, examples are the pathogens which causes malaria. And so examples of parasitic protozoa are Gardiasis, African sleeping Gardiasis. Yeah. Parasitic diseases caused by protozoa are Giardiasis, African sleeping sickness, and dysentery. So other coexist with the host animal in a type of mutualistic symbiotic relationship. So as I've said earlier, mutually symbiotic relationship. So this means both organisms benefits. Example of this is a termite. A termite and its intestinal protozoa. So we know that termite live on dead woods. So termite eat the woods, and then the intestinal protozoa helps the termite to digest the food. So the intestinal protozoa provides enzymes that can digest the food. So again, mutualistic symbiotic relationship, the host benefit and the intestinal benefit. So when there is no intestinal protozoa in the termite can digest or break down the woods that they have eaten. So they might starve, and intestinal protozoa they can't live without the termites. They might die. So protozoa are divided into groups. The phyla, subphyla are classes according to the method of locomotion. So the very common protozoa to us are amoeba. So amoeba are by cytoplasmic extension called pseudopodia. So amoeba moves. So I am discussing about the methods of locomotion of different types of protozoa. The first is the amoeba, which they move through the pseudopodia or the false feet through the amoeboid movement. So amoeboid movement, it only the pseudopodia or the false feet extend to the direction it intended. So it is like moving. So it ingests food through phagocytosis and pinocytosis. So phagocytosis, it means they eat by food particles, and pinocytosis, they ingest food which the food is the fluid. So the difference between phagocytosis and pinocytosis is that phagocytosis, food particles, and pinocytosis, fluid. So another is the ciliates. So ciliates move by the means of cilia. So we are familiar with the cilia because we have this already discussed about the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, which they have both cilia. So cilia are the hair-like that are extended from the cell membrane. So So example of ciliates is Balantidium E. coli or B. coli. So it causes human disease through drinking water that has been contaminated by swine feces. So we can get this B. coli through the water that are contaminated. So another is the paramecium. Paramecium can be observed in pond water. Another is the flagellates. Move by the means of flagella. So we know that flagella are the tail of the cell. I have already discussed it in the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell. So examples of flagellates are Trichomonas vaginalis, causes persistent sexual transmitted infections in the male and female genitalia. Another is the Giardia intestinalis, which causes diarrheal disease. So the fourth one, the last is Sporozoa. So Sporozoa is non-motile. So example of Sporozoa is the Plasmodium which causes malaria. So there are methods of sexual reproduction of the four phyla. So the first is the ciliates. They reproduce through transverse fission. So it splits transversely along the transverse axis. So amoeba, it reproduces through binary fission, and the flagellates reproduce through binary fission also, with two haploid cells. One parent cells becoming two haploid cells. And the last is the Sporozoa, which reproduce through multiple fission. So that ends my discussion about Protozoa. Thank you.